Hello, and welcome to the Rangru cast, me, Rangru, and today we are doing a 2v2 on gunboat diplomacy. So, on the right side in blue, we have Random and Hunter representing WTF, and they are going to be playing Blufor. And on the left side in the red, we have Sleksu and DayWalkerRzyx representing Shazbot, and they are also playing Blufor. So, we have two very good teams. We've got WTF, been in many tournaments like Clash of the Clans and all of that. And we have Shazbot, who really made their debut in ESL. So this is going to be a pretty bloody good match. But this is quite interesting. This is a 3v3 design map. It has more of a 3v3 focus in mind. And these guys will be playing it in a 2v2 fashion. So hopefully we'll be able to cover all the ground. This isn't the naval version of the map, so the teams can't get any boats round about here. And yeah, let's speed things up and get things going, Sari. Everyone mark down a little point where they're going to be going. I think we're going to see some high-end competitive decks. So we've got Centaurians and M40s. And this is just going to be an awesome game. I can already sense it is going to be a great game. And we got bloody random here. Got a lot of Gazelle Celtics and Gazelle Cannons and Lynx is going. It's very heavy for the helicopter rods. Same with Hunter getting quite a lot of units. Seems like WTF, they are going to be charging the Foxtrot and go for ASAP. A very valuable point, as it's usually a more harder one to defend later on. And down here it's pretty easy to defend these bridges. And away we go. Both sides in a bit of a... Nope, now we got Shazbot here going for a very ground poundy assault of Centaurians and AMX-13 VTs. Got a few Lynxes going around the north into Foxtrot, but that's really about it. And bloody WTF going in, Rise of the Valkyries. Gazelles giving in a good spot in. What AA units do we have here? We have AMX Roland 3, it's a very nice AA unit. Nice long range against helicopters and planes alike. Always Lynxes are going to be bypassing WTF's helicopter rush into the town. If they can get up here, that'd be a nice, good early on flanking advantage. Where do you have a Celtic and a Lynx coming around? Oh no, he's just going to land them. Yen and yeah. And the ISAS and the SAS are going to be able to shoot down the helicopters. But a little bit too late, as they have already landed. And both sides actually opting for SAS. Really wanting those Stingers Special Forces units. And we got Shazbot, DayWalker. He's going to get into the town. He has a bunch of Pioneer infantry. He needs to unload them, yo. Yep, he's going to be unloading them. And they're just going to burn up those Yagriers. Got some M1136 or M113 recoilless rifle vehicles. Just trying to guard this flank. But got Centaurians moving up. And I have a feeling both sides are playing mixed NATO. Yeah, definitely seems both sides are playing mixed NATO. I have a very broad selection of decks. We've got the Sleksu going to be unloading in the command infantry into Foxtrot. And that is going to be under WTF's control. Same with Goth. Pretty much under WTF's control, as Shazbot are going to be the ones having to be attacking. They got a bunch of these Centaurian Mark 5s, very popular 15-point tank. Oh, a Thunderbolt! Don't really expect to see these in competitive matches, but bloody hell, the Thunderbolt is alive and active. Or if it's new fire and forget Maverick missiles, but it can't survive that much SAS shots. I was not expecting a Thunderbolt. More of a casual player playing from what I've seen. Most people opting for like F-18Cs for their fast in and out, while the Thunderbolt is very susceptible to AA fire, even though it has a lot of armor. And Sleksu and DayWalker have managed to make a little bit of a foothold in the Foxtrot with their sappers and flamethrower infantry. Got Centaurians moving up, fighting up against an awful Hunter. Really liking these M113 M60s, or these M113 recoilless rifles. A 10-point recoilless rifle unit. It does shoot heat rounds, so always do at least run damage against any target, and it's like 10 points, so it's super duper cheap. Very interesting choice. Very interesting choice. Got more reinforcements coming up. There's a bloody firing line of these M40s. Oh, we got Chinook flying over. He's just suiciding in. Do they have an FOB? No, they didn't get any FOBs, and these guys did not get any FOBs. Seem like in higher level play, they don't usually like to get FOBs, higher level players. That's due to the fact it's 75 points that you have to take away from your starting force just to buy FOB. And if you get units that don't use up a lot of supply, like his AMX Rolands have a lot of missiles, so you don't have to resupply them automatically. Use Cannon AA and SAS. They're not too supply heavy, so you can just get a raise and supply helicopter and supply trucks. But it really does limit your heavy artillery, so they can't really use heavy artillery all out rail, like the Sizers or the Misters, AS-90s. We're not going to be seeing any of them. Got light riflemen holding the point, and we have Nanashikis moving in. Try to scare them off a bit. And Shazbot slowly but surely making progress into Foxtrot. Got a bunch more like Pioneer infantry. This is a bloody doctrine. We've got Canadian Pioneers, we had French Pioneers. There's so many bloody flamethrower infantry. I can see why they are very lucrative to have, because they will decimate infantry inside towns, but they can't kill tanks. And they're not really good at killing infantry at long range. They're a very short range unit. We do have these Hudo Wrens coming out. Very nice Japanese paratrooper unit. They do have an M67 recordless rifle, which has 1,400 meters on that recordless rifle for just a bulk standard infantry unit. So they're going to be able to pick off these TPC foods with ease. And if they just keep on this push, they could probably kick out WTF from the outside of Foxtrot. And what do we have over here with Lynx flying over? Getting behind enemy lines. And it's still pretty all quiet on the southern front. This side not really well defended all too much. Both teams focusing on, well, not really in the middle, the top part of the map. It's all about Foxtrot and Goaf. And they are very hard areas to completely take. I mean, they are bleeding huge, and they usually are divided by that river. So it's very easy for this run side, even if you get even if WTF get pushed out of like the enemy riverside here, they can just camp their side of the river, put a good old GV somewhere in a nice hidey spot, and keep the spot neutralized. Yeah, very similar decks these guys are playing against each other. Both sides using Hudos, SAS, flamethrower infantry. The WTF are opting a bit more for the Jaegers and a bit more German infantry stuff. We got an M132 Zippo burning up the SAS. I guess it's just blind firing. Very many people don't really realise that just blind firing the flamethrower infantry will completely wreck. Flamethrower tanks will completely wreck infantry, if you just, you know, bloody tell them to burn that whole sector. They're gonna get infantry inside that sector. You do not need direct line of sight, or you don't need direct contact on them to get a good shot. I know we have Skyhawk random. He really does love his Skyhawks. He told me this personally. He loves his Skyhawks. Ever since ALB, it's all about Skyhawk. A very nice, cheap, the strafing plane, come in, unload its rockets, and do a lot of damage very fast. His Deccan's group, he already down by quite a bit. Grid knocking out like the armoured target shows Skyhawks. And in Red Dragon, there's a lot more of those like dumbfire rocket planes now. We got WTF holding on to their last piece of ground. Some Panzer Gunnery, Hudos and SS, a very diverse force, all working together. We do have Shazbot trying to move a little bit into Foxtrot. On the enemy side of Foxtrot, Centurions. Not working too well. A lot of Centurions, a lot of Centurion Mark 5s. Skyhawk coming in, renting for another strafing run. Cobra finishing off. What was that over here? Yeah, that's a recordless rifle. M113 just runs across the river, I believe. And they're going to be wrecking the mortars and KVs. We got a AIT and a Recon Cobra. The Recon Cobra actually having a grenade launcher instead of a cannon. Very great, an awesome anti-infantry helicopter. Probably the best anti-infantry helicopter in the game. It's like a what's it called? It's the Huey. The bloody Huey. The Huey with the grenade launcher and the rockets. I've forgotten the name. They'll probably come back to me a little bit later. But it's like a badass version of that with recon optics. See, he's even messing up these Centurions a bit, stunning them up, making them all panicked. And the Shazbot, they're just doing a very good job. They may have lost the helicopter us because they didn't get a helicopter us, but are slowly but surely just pushing in, doing a good old ground pound to kick out WTF from Foxtrot and Gulf. And oh, we got Walker using the Skyhawk as well against random. His favourite unit being used against him. We've got Navy SEALs here, the grenade launcher's going to mess up the piles. And they're slowly just holding on to Foxtrot and Gulf. Got a lot more infantry coming in, really like bringing them up in these helicopters. WTF, just all the infantry coming up in these bleeding helicopters, these KV-107s, just like mini Chinooks. And these Hueys. If Shazbot, they could really bring up AA, if they could bring up their Rolands a bit more close, they can stop these Hueys and KVs from landing and start denying basically infantry reinforcements into Foxtrot and Gulf. More Skyhawks coming in from Walker. They do have a very fast reload time. I remember in AOB it's like 15 seconds for rearm, which is insanely fast for just a plane. It's getting hot out. Well, the AA got tracked rapiers in position. There goes one Skyhawk. Really get the second. Oh, I think he might just get out of here. Oh, yeah, he does get out of there. Lucky old Skyhawk. And it does seem like WTF are gonna get evicted from the Gulf factory. There's a Gulf factory here. Got some pyos coming up to finish it off. Well, we got a claim, Arashiki. I believe that is a South Korean M109 Abrams. It's like 150 points. A very expensive tank. A very expensive tank. You don't usually see super heavy tanks in high level play because they're very susceptible to ATGM planes. You got Corsairs coming out. Good old Nate Bomber. And I think he's going to get this nice juicy forest here. It's full of AA targets and supplies and SAS to hit. And yeah, burn baby burn. Right on top of the supply trucks. And yeah, it does get run. And Hoodoo's being blocked by a line of sight pyos, making a foot zag into the town. Oh, got an M4A, got an A3 Chaparral being brought up. Very nice anti-helicopter unit, has extremely long range on helicopters. You got Leopard Run anodes. I believe he's on a Norwegian. I see a flag now, but I believe I was on a Norwegian Leopard Run. It's a very nice, cheap 50-point tank. That usually gets the job done. One of the better Leopard Runs. Because most of the Leopard Run tanks really do suck. Let's just speed this up a wee bit. Just got a long range engagements back and forth between the forest and the town here. There's WTF holding on to their last vestige of land on the enemy side of the river. F-16 Falcon just dropping in its payload. I think he's just trying to blind fire the CV. More Corsairs and a Kahoo coming in to do some good old bombing, good old strafing and bombing runs. The Kahoo 100-point Australian Skyhawk, but with 2 Maverick missiles that do 30 AP a pop. So a very powerful, cheap ATGM plane. for great for knockouts, high priority targets like T-80Us and NIRAMs, and in this case a Kai Marashiki. Everyone on P. Abram from WTF getting a bit more of a heavier ground force now. So just buying all his infantry, got some nice tanks, STRVs. Got some real good ground pounders here. Some real good ground pounders. And it's going to be very beneficial. There's a lot of open terrain. So if any infantry try to move out, they can easily pound him to smithereens. But it does make him susceptible to ATGMs. And all Navy SEALs almost getting the command CV. On Centaurians now. WTF's on a break. Some more air units. Got Nora, very powerful IIIHunterIII for Ireland. The Norwegian IIIHunter. And both sides haven't really contemplated attacking anywhere else. They're both sending all their money, all their points into Foxtrot and Goof. But in the end, this is probably just going to be one big stalemate. It's very hard to cross the enemy side of the river. So it'd probably be a good idea for at least one of the teams. Like, no one's going to expect a Charlie on the Alpha Charlie bridge, or even on the Echo Hotel bridge here. Very lightly defended on both sides, a few smalls, SAS, some infantry, nothing too scary. They can, you know, do a quick blitzkrieg assault onto one or the other side, at least neutralise it, but that's +2, just neutralise the bleeding point. And this is, up here, it's going to be a long stalemate. It's going to be a big stalemate. Unless one team can take advantage of the southern flank. And then just reinforcements, a lot of infantry now coming up here. And I do like to note how they're just basically spreading out all the infantry really around, not putting like 3 guys into a sector, but spreading them out to one squad to a sector so you don't get completely destroyed if one napalm bomb or one F-16 Falcon drops all its bombs onto one area. So good old spread out force here. And Shazbot completely taking their side of the river back. Actually crossing it, got some pioneers over using some amphibious transport. And I believe they can do this with these M113s, as they are amphibious. Oh, we got a bit of artillery. We got, what do we have? Oh, we got, well, take back on them not using heavy artillery this match. Got an AMX all-theft run here, with no FOB to resupply, so it's going to be very selective with his shots. As having to buy, like, truck resupply stuff, it takes up a lot of supply AMX. So you have to be very selective with your shots. And the M113 is crossing the river. I love his amphibious assault. You don't see many players taking advantage of the river too much to, you know, cross, because bridges are horrible places to attack. Using these M113s to cross and get a few shots down, absolutely brilliant strategy. But the M40s are they're pretty limited to what they can do. They can only shoot ground targets. And they're fairly weak, like 2 frontal armor, hardly anything. And we got a 2 Corsairs and a Prowler gonna be coming in. I think he got the Roland. Yeah, he got the Roland. And he dropped some nape on the infantry. Kaihu missing the Abrams. I think it's gonna be run big push. We've got Falcons. Is that 1, 2, 3 fighting Falcons? That is 6 kilograms. Or 6,000 kilograms of high explosive being dropped onto his town. And Shazbot moving in hard. They sort of missed a bit. If they aimed a little bit backwards, back a bit more, could have got some Canadian airborne and the command squad. But this is going to be a hard push if Shazbot do decide to move up. Because we've got all these bloody nasty tanks here. And they don't really have any long range ATGMs to really deal with them. They've got these Centurion Mark 5s, which are pretty silly tanks. You got this Chieftain Mark 11 here, very nice 80-point British tank with a 19 AP gun. But this is Nora's M1P infantry over here, and a lot more reinforcements coming up. It's going to be a very hard push to take, especially most of his units are going to take his one lone bridge, which is very narrow choke point. His airborne can just Carl Gustav, anything that comes over. And they can easily get blocked off with napalm. It's going to be a very hard assault if they do decide to move up Shazbot. Got a bit of an artillery war back and forth for ATGMs now. Getting some pot shots off. Got some Panzer Grenadiers and Mortar 182 trying to take back the forest. Oh, we got some infantry landing now. And Shazbot, they are just playing absolutely greatly. They're doing the slow but sure ground push. And WTF's army is a lot more like helicopter based, fast moving, like take the town and hold the town, but they got pushed back. I mean, they got all these infantry and all these helicopter units that they've really been using getting to the town. And it's been rindled array with this amount of units that Shazbot bringing. And then I do actually have Gulf under control. Might be a good idea for WTF to start reconsiderating their options and maybe attack the southern flank. Got Corsairs and a nuke fuck. Dropping in a lot of bombs, not getting too much though. I think I'll shout around a few other things, but nothing too scary. More fighting Falcons dropping in their bombs. And just trying to delay Shazbot from moving up. Now we've got Pioneer moving in. Unload. Yes, Sapper in the sector. We're burning up those Hudos. And we've got a big mechanized force here of Panzer Grenadiers going across the bridge, but as you see, very easily choke pointable. And oh, Deccan's groupie, never mind. A bunch of Deccan's groupie. And they should just heat up everything left over here. And if Shazbot having this side of the river, and especially its town, is bloody huge. As well, the raid to get into Foxtrot fastly to go through Juliet and across here. But now it's being blocked off. They have to go around this raid of Foxtrot, so the pain in the ass in a micromanagement sense, having to spawn a guy, select him over here, and then fast moving all the way to Foxtrot. And also, these guys are sort of cut off from supply now. No real easy raid back into Juliet to get any reinforcements, unless WTF can regain his town in Gulf, but it isn't looking like it. I mean, you've got this bloody firing line of M40s across the forest, just ready to shoot anything that comes across its short-range ridge. And these guys do have the short-range advantage. But we have Centurions moving up. Good old British Centurion. And this is just a battle of the crap, or the cheap-tastic tanks. These guys technical vehicles, but you get the gist. You get the gist. And in Shazbot, they may want to just take advantage of the encirclement over Foxtrot. Just napalm the crap out of this area, and at least try to knock out the CV, because they can't bring up a new CV. Or not a new CV easily, if they knock it out in Foxtrot. They are still trying to just consolidate or hold on to a little choke point, this little like, crossroads here. Jaeger is giving the Hudos a run for the money, but of course here's dropping in the nate. They are going to be dropping in the fire, and the Jaeger is going to get nice and hot. And back to the old AOB days of people suiciding in their supply helicopters and supply trucks just to get a little bit of spotting. See, at very close range they can spot, but they have very poor optics. Back in AOB, when they actually had medium optics, they were pretty good scout helicopters. Pretty good suicide scout helicopters, because AA wouldn't automatically fire on supply helicopters unless you made it so on the options. Like if we go to options interface on the so fast, you can make it so they are shooting enemy supplies, but it's always set to no on default. So just good old Good old silly play, yeah, and the Skyhawk knocking out the P4. And it is just not looking good for WTF. Shazbot has pushed him back. Just a continuous rave of M40s and Centurion Mark 5s is just so much to bloody handle. Now we got some heavy tanks now, Kai Marashikis. Yeah, both sides really, like, they're using a lot of the same units. Like, you see, you know, Hudo Rens, the bloody, like, Kyukaiu. They are playing sort of similar decks. Or, no, both playing mixed NATO and row, hold the phone here. Hold the phone. Okay, so WTF have managed to move up onto Alpha. This is what they needed to do earlier. This is the Blitzkrieg assault where they can do a bit of damage. They slow down Shazbot's point progression, and they have spotted the VAB. They're just going behind the countryside, just causing havoc. Just run bloody Cobra with its grenade launcher. Skyhawk gonna be getting the VAB right, yeah. And will they spot the CV in Delta? They do. Will they kill it? Oh my bloody word! This is yeah, that was incredible. That was incredible. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and that was a desperate measure. WTF get to not one, not two, but 3 CV ganks in a matter of 30 seconds. 30 seconds to a minute. Pretty impressive. And that managed to slow down Shazbot's point progression, and then they can get a nice good +2 advantage. Now Shazbot are going to spend like 200 points and capping both of these sectors again. 200 points less they could be putting onto the front line. And that is going to allow WTF to catch up. And, you know, got a bunch of AA to respond. Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, it was just what they needed at the moment. And there's only 7 minutes left. There's only 7 minutes left. And they are pretty neck on neck in terms of points. If WTF can just hold on, just try to keep Shazbot's CV spotted and destroyed, they will be in a good position. You'll be in a good position. And even though there's a timer down here, this could still go anyone's way. This is anyone's match still. So yes. If he can just keep Eels not... they got spotted. But if he can just keep Eels hidden, they do have medium optics, so they can gank a good old CV or two. Just hopefully Shazbot will not spot the SAS. It might get a good old gank if it Iltis. Oh, does he see it? Does he see it? Oh no, they see the SAS, and he moved it back just in time. And here's, of course, they're going to be raining down fire. And now WTF in the lead. Very barely ahead in the lead. But still in the lead nonetheless. They just need to keep ganking new CVs. Oh, the SAS are still alive! Damn it, Harry, I think, just saved its life a bit. Oh, one guy left. And yeah, the Sea Cobra does get it. We got the Panzer Mortars scanner. I think it was the end of the SAS he just killed. Yeah, it seems so. Some light artillery. But, yeah, Shazbot again in +2 now. They do have Golf and pretty much Foxtrot secured. That's going to be a nice point advantage for him. And with 5 minutes left, WTF, they're going to have to do something desperate again. They're going to have to neutralise Golf at least. And neutralise it fast. You know, bringing out units into Golf. They can just at least capture Like, yes, part of the town gets some AA surrounding it, so they can't get napalmed. They should be in a good position, not even holding down here. They can sort of forget about it. There's only 5 minutes left. If they can neutralise Goof, stop that point ticking, and get a gank somewhere, gets just a kill, a CV kill somewhere, that'd be A-okay. But 4 minutes left, the time is ticking. And yet they got the P4, yeah, he's going to neutralise the point. A pretty exposed CV. An infantry CV may have been a better choice, a bit of a safer choice. Because it can hide in these town sectors, but that P4 will have to do. And it is still neck on neck. And oh, he is going to spot the command squad. Yeah, he does spot them. And the Cobra's coming in. Does WTF loving these Cobras here? An absolute favourite of his. And then we got Corsairs gunning it, KVs are trying to stop it from killing the CV. But the Cobra, he is gun-overing it, he is getting it, and he does spot the command squad. Really get it? Oh no, he only gets one of the 5 guys. Oh! Oh! Was that a plane crash? Was that a plane crash? I gotta look into it. Was that a plane crash? I think that was a plane crash. Yeah, the plane just crashed into the command squad, knocking out 2 other guys. Not completely killing them, but doing a bit of damage. Shots unlucky timing as well, just barely hanging onto a thread. No, I think that was actually artillery. No, I think I might have been mistaken, that was artillery all along. But I like to pretend that's a plane crash. Yeah, they're going to be bombarding the command squad, hoping for the best. All he needs is a kill like a CV for a short period of time, and oh, they got it moving. So just every little point helps. Every 2 points, every 4 seconds is going to make a huge difference. And they did completely knock out the squad, and they're going to be tied up. Yeah, 2-3, oh, almost tied up. And they just, it's 2 minutes left. It's bloody neck on neck. Got a bunch of Radons now. Iltoys. Good old protection armoured sea. Good old protection convoy. And WTF here holding on to a thread. Shazbot can still bring it back, as I said, it's a Zephyr man's game. But with his point lead now, like 20 points in the grand scheme of things in most matches is not much. But here it is everything, with 1 minute 50 seconds left. Shazbot, they're gonna have to kill a CV ASAP. That's again 2 CVs for Foxtrot, making double sure. I'm guessing the CVs round here. $130. We got CHs going behind enemy lines, just trying to spot something. Yeah, it's not going to work too well. Gazelle cannon. With 1 minute left. Oh, this is... Shazbot's going to have to do something. Got artillery firing. Fighting Falcon dropping its payload now. Might just get the P4. Will it get the P4? Oh, it does. And that's going to be +1, but really that +1 tick be enough to like catch up? 20 seconds. I don't think I highly doubt that's going to be enough to catch up. Yeah, WTF are going to take it for the victory. And yeah, it is a very good game. Technically, it's a draw because both teams are very close in terms of points. I think it's like a 10 to 5% difference of points. Means it's a draw, but technically WTF did reenact it because they did get more. But a bloody phenomenal game yet. It's high level play, high level decks being used all around, and just great synergy. Both sides really working together, and yeah, just that helicopter rush, like near the end or like 2/3 through by WTF, really saved your skin. Even though helicopter rush didn't really work as well as expected early on, Shazbot were just relentless with their ground push, absolutely relentless. WTF did manage to hold back a bit and hold your ground, but just a bloody phenomenal match overall. Both teams would be proud of what they accomplished. And well, that's all I have time for. This has been another Rangroo cast. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.